In this video I'm going to show you how to apply a normal or a bump map to your terrain textures, so to create the effect of I guess 3 dimensions. So rather than it just being a flat image on your terrain, it's going to look like it actually has depth. And just to show you what it'll look like, you can see here in my terrain right now, you can see the texture on here, but it definitely does look fairly flat. If I just open up a different scene with exactly the same texture on it, you can see that it appears to have a lot more depth there, and you can see it looks like there's shadowing and so on, but that is exactly the same texture. So just returning to the other one. Right, so the way we're going to do this is we are going to create a normal map or a bump map for our terrain. And what I'd recommend you do is actually download some software. So if you go to the website crazybump.com, you can actually download a bump map generator. It is free for a 30-day trial. So down here you can obviously download the version you need. You can pay for it, but 30 days should be enough to get all the bump maps you need. And basically the way it works is, if I just run it up, is you're just going to pretty much import an image. So if I run this here, I just say open the photograph from the file. So same and do that good dirt again. I'm just going to go ahead and open up the good dirt PSD file I've got there, and that can be a JPEG as well. It doesn't have to be a Photoshop file. And thinks about it, choose which one you think works best. And here we are, it generates your bump map. And you can play around with the settings. I tend just to accept what it gives me, but you can play around with those until you get it exactly right. But once you're actually happy with it, just click on save, and we're going to say save normals to file. And I'm just going to put it in exactly the same, there it is there already, exactly the same folder as my terrain. Okay, so I just click save. And that's all you need from Crazy Bump. Close that down. Now back in Unity, what we're going to do are two things. First thing is let's set that bump map up. So I'll select my terrain and go to the painting texture option here on the right in the inspector, and click on the click on the edit textures, and I'm going to edit the good dirt. So you can see it's got the blue line under it to show that it's been selected. If I click on edit texture, I now have the normal map there. It was already there, but now I can actually put something in there. So the texture is on the left, the normal map goes here on the right. So if I click on select, and I just go down until I find the good dirt, there it is. It's an NRM file, normal map. Double click there. Now we are going to need to set up a custom material, so a little alert comes up here, but that's okay. So we've got that set up there, just click apply. And now our next thing we need to do is actually go and set up our own material for this. So I'll go to my materials folder, so down here in my project files under assets I'll go to materials. I'm just going to go right click, create, and a material. And I'm actually going to call that one terrain normal map. And over here in the inspector you can see the shader currently is diffuse. I'm going to change that from diffuse to nature, and then under terrain we have the bumped specular. So I'll do that. And now if I again select my terrain, and under the settings here on the right hand side you can see the little flower or cogwheel there. Under base terrain we have an option here for material, and right now there are no materials set to this. I'm just going to grab my new terrain normal map, click and drag it into there, and instantly you can see there is real depth to my texture. And if I play that game, I can get out from the tree so you can see anything. Let's get there. You can see it does give the effect of depth. So it's slightly more realistic than just having the texture painted onto your terrain. So anyway, that is how you create a more realistic looking terrain texture.